Sharada Traders or Sharada Technologies Private Limited. This is the company name that I am giving. Okay, so the mailing name and the company name might be the same or it might be different. Okay, so the mailing name is where it will pick for all your printing, reporting purposes. Okay, so we have seen a lot of customers who will say keep the company name as different and mailing name as different. Say example, I'll just say STPL as my name, but my company name I'll just type as Sharda Technologies Private Limited. These things are also possible. Or few of the clients will say it's STPL 1920, but in company name to print they might use Sharda Technologies Private Limited. So whichever the way you want, you could use it. Address. So address, I'm just typing. So just give the complete address. Okay, so you could type your complete address over there. Okay, then country, the country which you belong to. India, in our case it's India. State, select the state, which state you belong to. All the states are listing over here. As you type, it will just shortlist so that you could select. Pin code, just type the pin code. Address, phone number. Okay, mobile number. Fax number, if you have any fax number. Email ID. Website, if you have any website. And please remember, the company name is mandatory, the mailing name is mandatory, country is mandatory. All other things are optional. If you don't have the details while you create a company, you could always come back and update those things. So don't worry if you don't have details, you could continue with that. Whenever you get these details, you could come and fill these details. Okay. Then financial year begins from which date, from which time this financial year is beginning, from which date it begins. So generally in India it is 1st April 2019. Okay, then I'm sorry, the books beginning from generally will be 1st April 2019. In few of the cases this date might change. I'll tell you where all there is a different dates in financial year beginning and books beginning from. Say example, I start a new business on Deepavali Day. I start a new business on Shankranti. But my financial year will always end on 31st March. But I have started a new business which can be any date during the financial year. So when you start a new business, you will start from that day. You will know, everyone will not start new business only from 1st of April. Correct? A lot of people, okay, they have their own beliefs. Okay, few of the people will start on Yugadi, few of the people will start on Shankranti, few of the people will start on a good day. Okay, few of the people might start on 1st of April. So starting of the business can be any date. So if you are starting a new business, then just give the date here. The books beginning from should be the start of the date. This is only for the first year of your business. From the second year of business, it's always the financial year date. Right? Hope you got the difference between the financial year and books beginning from. So in this case, let us just take saying that okay, I am starting business from 1st of June 2019. So it's a new business, we are starting from 1st of June. Then it is asking for tally vault password. If you want to use tally vault password, okay, so typically it's also giving you a message saying forgetting tally vault password will render your data inaccessible. So if you forget your password, even tally cannot help you. So what does this tally vault password? Tally vault password basically encrypts the data. The way the database gets stored itself will get encrypted. This is the highest level of security that you could have. Who requires this kind of security? See, generally I'm very frank, okay, I'm very open. Okay, people who, with my last 20 years of experience, where I have seen people will use this tally vault password, is the people who don't want to disclose their business. In our normal terms, we call Raman Puska Krishnan Lekanta. Okay, there is something called which we want to declare to government. There are some things which we don't want to declare to government. So if somebody is into these kind of things, so they want to protect their data and they don't want to disclose this data to anyone. So those kind of businesses have adopted this tally vault password. But in today's scenario, more and more businesses are becoming clean, more and more businesses are becoming very, very transparent. Okay, so it's the decision of the organization if they want to use tally vault password. Say example, I'm just giving tally vault password as 123 just to show you how it works. Okay, so I'm just giving that. Okay, then we'll come to the security control. First, let us look at the tally vault password. Then base currency, it is default taking Indian rupee currency symbol. Formal name is INR, that is Indian rupees. Suffix symbol with amount. If you want to suffix that symbol of rupee along with the amount, you could make it as yes or leave it no. Add space between symbol and amount. Yes, if you want to add. Show in millions. So in India we don't use millions, but most of the European and US and various other countries use in millions, but we use 1,000, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs, crores, right? That the comma where it differs. That's what it's about. Then decimal points too. Okay. Word representing amount along with amount after decimal, it's paisa. Okay, so we're just using that paisa. Number of decimal places for amount in words. Okay, so number of decimal places in India, it's 2. Just select this, accept. So now every time you want to open this, it will ask for tally vault password. Until you give tally vault password, it will not even open. Okay, so the beauty of this tally vault password is, so if user doesn't have the access to the tally vault password, he will not be able to use. Okay, let me just close this company. We have just created STPL, that is Sharda Technology Private Limited. Okay, so now if I just click on select company, see you are getting some stars right on the top. It is not even listing out the company name. So what tally vault password is doing is it is just encrypting the whole data, and even the company name is not visible. So if somebody looks at on the screen, they even don't know which company data this is. Okay, so where I have seen this kind of things, as I told you earlier, those who don't want to disclose their business, those who are very, very secretive in doing their businesses, okay, those who are not transparent will use this. This is my experience where they have adopted this. Okay, but I strongly recommend this is not required. Okay, if you want to use the username and password, there is a separate scenario, separate options in Tally that you could use, but do not encrypt your data until and unless you feel that no, it should not get disclosed. Okay, so in typical in our words, okay, in normal words, they call it as Raman Lekka, Krishnan Lekka. Yaar Krishnan Lekka ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, those who don't want to disclose will use this tally vault password. Clear? Okay. So if someone is using Tally Vault password and if they want to remove this Tally Vault password any point of time, first they need to log in, then go to company information screen. Okay, there is an option to change Tally Vault password. Okay, so current password type, new password leave it blank. So it's giving you a message saying making the new password blank will remove the encryption of your data. So it is removing the encryption and it will create a new company. Right? Change. See here it's giving you a message saying create a new company, company number 10002. So now if I just look at, so now there are 3 companies. So this is the company what we had created. This has been, encryption has been removed. Okay, is that clear? If it is clear, can everyone type on chat, yes, Tally Vault is clear. Okay, so by meantime, those who have joined newly, please introduce yourself by typing on your chat box your name, your organization name, your mobile number and your email ID. Okay, yes, we will move on to the next topic. Okay, we will come to the security, other security controls later. Okay, so is the company creation clear to everyone? Hope it's clear to everyone. Okay. Yeah. Now let us just move on to, okay, so I'm just, let me just look at the chat if anyone has any queries. Good. I believe no one has any queries. Those who have not introduced yourself, I request you to just type on a chat about your name, your organization name, mobile and email address. Okay. So let's move on to the next topic. The next topic is data configuration. So for our training purpose, we will just look at data configurations in 2 different methods. One is if you are using Tally only for accounts without inventory. So we see a lot of organizations who use Tally only for accounts. Okay, they will have only accounting information in Tally. They will not have any other information. Okay, and we have also seen a lot of organization, most of the organization will also use inventories in Tally, inventory management, because today basic invoicing, if you want to do the basic invoicing and if you are into trading, inventory is required. If you are into manufacturing, inventory is required. So generally people use both accounts and inventory, but in few specific businesses, like it might be an NGO, it might be a service businesses who doesn't deal with any products. Okay, say like example, auditor's office. In auditor's office, for them to manage their books of accounts, or the lawyers, okay, or the child accountants, or the doctors, if they don't have any inventories, okay, or an NGO, okay, they might just use only for accounts purpose. So in Tally, when you create a company, it is default with accounts and inventory. So on the gateway of Tally here, you are able to see both accounts information and inventory information. Okay, so I'm getting some of the requests saying that could you do the combination of languages. Okay, see here we would like to follow one language because there are more than 50-60 users who are participating in this session. Okay, it might be difficult for everyone to understand if I start speaking in local language in Kannada, okay, or if I start speaking in Hindi. So I would want to inform that this session will be in English. Okay, if you want in different languages, okay, or we could combine the languages and do, that's not a problem, but I am not sure how many of you will be able to understand this. Okay, so it's better we will follow English. Wherever necessary, we will use different language. I'm not saying that I'm so pure that I will use only English, but it will be a combination of English and the local language. Okay. Yeah, let's come back to this. Okay, so default in Tally, okay, we will have accounts with inventory. So if you look at in the master, you have accounts information as well as inventory information. If you come to transaction, you have accounting vouchers, inventory vouchers. Okay, so it is enabled with both accounts and inventory. Now if you want to use only accounts, the simple thing that you need to do is on your gateway of Tally, this is the screen that you are looking at, the gateway of Tally. You come over here, you have features, F11 features. Click on F11 features. In accounting features, if you just go, the first option is maintain accounts only. If you just enable this, maintain accounts only and save. To save in Tally, Control A is for save. That's the shortcut button. Okay, once when you enable only accounts, on gateway of Tally you could see menu only related to accounts. See, in your master you have only accounts info, in transaction you have only accounting vouchers. So the inventory information and inventory vouchers is has disappeared. Okay, so this control is available on your F11 features. In your accounting features, you could just go and enable or disable. So if you say maintain accounts only as no, it treats as you are using both accounting and inventory management. Right? So if you say only accounts as no, it is treated as you are using both accounting and inventory management. So this is the first thing that you need to understand. Okay, if it is only accounts or it's accounts with inventory. Okay, so hope you got this, how to configure this. Only accounts and accounts with inventory. Can you type on chat, yes, we understood? Or if you have any queries, you could just type on chat. Okay, good. So the next subtopic what we are discussing is different flavors of Tally software. Okay, so the licensed version of Tally has multiple flavors, different flavors of Tally. Flavors is different kinds of licensing, very simple. Okay, so for that let me just go to my presentation. Okay, then I'll come back to the Tally. Okay, so is everyone able to see my presentation? Okay, so different flavors of Tally software. Okay, so I'll just continue to type here so that it's easier for you to understand. First, it's called Silver Single User Tally. What does this mean? This means that the Tally software is a silver edition. It is called Silver Edition, and it can be used on only one computer. This license can be used on only one computer, either your computer or your laptop or anywhere you can use it in only one computer. Okay, the second flavor is called Gold Edition. Tally on multiple computers parallelly, simultaneously on LAN. LAN means local area network. Example, in your office you have 4 computers and you want to use Tally on all the 4 computers, then you need to have Gold Edition, it's multi-user Tally. Okay, so the licensing comes in 2 different flavors. One is single user, one is multi-user. Okay, the third is educational mode of Tally. What is this educational mode of Tally? This is just a Tally software which you could go and download from Tally website and install on your computer and work on educational mode to get trained. If you want to get trained on Tally, see, let me tell you, whatever we teach you or whatever we discuss, until and unless you practice it, you don't learn. So if you want to do the practice, if you want to try it out of your own, then you can just go to www.tallysolutions.com. I'm just typing here. Okay, from this website you could just go and download Tally software and install on your computer. Okay, the latest release is release 6.6. Okay, it is Tally ERP9 release 6.6. You could download onto your computer, install that software, and you could use it for your training purpose, self-training purpose. What I would suggest all of you is, how many of you have Tally on your computer? And how many of you don't have Tally on your computer? Can you just type yes, no, we don't have Tally on our computer? Those who don't have Tally on your computer, can you just type no, we don't have Tally on our computer, on your home computer where currently you are accessing? Okay, so all of you, those who don't have Tally on your computer, the best way is you can just go to www.tallysolutions.com and download Tally latest release and install on your computer. Okay, if you find difficult in doing it or if you need any assistance, okay, you could please call us. Call us for assistance. Okay, we will share the numbers at the end. You could call us for the assistance so that our colleagues will help you in downloading and installing, and it is free of cost. You need not pay any charges for this. So I would recommend everyone, as you get the training, please work on Tally software. Please put your hands and see how it works. You get trained yourself. Okay, so today, in fact, everyone should be able to create a new company in your Tally and look at whatever the things that we have discussed. Right? So these are all the different flavors of Tally. Okay, so let's move on to the next topic. Is this clear? Okay, good. Hope everything is clear. Then, yeah, let's move on to the next topic. The next topic that we discussed was about software licensing. So, if you have the licensed version of Tally, either it might be a single user, silver, or multi-user, gold, if you have licensed version of Tally, so how do you use the license? Okay, what are all the things that you should be aware of? Okay, so first thing, let me just show you. Okay, so let me now move on to Tally screen. I will just share my Tally screen. Okay, so hope everyone is able to see my Tally screen now. understand is, say example, in my computer where I am showcasing Tally. Okay, so if you look at here, the Tally license, if I just click on this, it is telling me its type of license is single user silver. So it means that I can just work only on my laptop. And there is a license number, this is the license number, this is the registered license number, and where it is installed. It is installed on Mahesh laptop. Okay, there's the computer name and the port in which it is working, and what is my email ID. Okay, to which email ID it has been registered. Okay, maheshgstp@gmail.com. Okay, so this is my silver license. Now for any purpose, if I want to move this Tally to a different computer, see now a lot of things have happened because all of a sudden there is a lockdown. Okay, Tally is available only at your office. Okay, now you need to move this to your home, right? A lot of our customers are doing that currently because next 15 days we can't open our office. Tally is at my office. How do I do it? So need not worry, we could help you in shifting the license from your office to your home. Okay, and you need to have Tally backup, of course. If you have Tally backup, we could help you in doing that. Okay, but for understanding purpose, let us say for some reason if you want to surrender the license and move it to a different computer, how do we do this? So example, I am just showing you on my screen itself. So if I want to surrender this license and take it onto a different computer, so I need to give it to my colleague. So here you get an option on F12 configure. If you just go to configure, you have an option for licensing. If you just click on licensing, so there is, since I am already running the license, it is asking me to update the license or surrender the license. So I can go to this option, surrender the license. So it says it has to start with administrator login details. I am just giving yes. Okay, it is just restarting my Tally. Okay, so I'll just share the screen so that you could look at Tally. Okay, is everyone able to see my Tally screen, which is asking to, okay, which is asking to surrender? Okay, yeah. So I'll just surrender this. I'll just click on yes, I need to surrender, and I will give my account ID. Okay, and I will give my password. Okay, and just enter. It has connected to Tally licensing system and I've got this message, license surrendered successfully. So now the license is surrendered over here. I could take this and install it on any other computer and reactivate the license. So now if I want to reactivate the license, same option after installing Tally, I'll just go to configure, licensing. So here I have three things: activate, reactivate, configure the existing license. So activation of license is done. Activation of licensing is done for the first time. If you are activating for the first time, activation of licensing is done. If you are doing a reactivation, then it is, if you are surrendering and reactivating on a different system, that is when you need to use reactivate your license. So if you click on activate your license, if you have bought the software, okay, they would have given you the license number, the activation key, everything that you can activate. If you want to reactivate your existing license, again go to reactivate your existing license and you could give your password. Okay, so before me moving into that, okay, you could also work on educational mode. This is what I am saying. See here on my screen you are able to see license is on educational mode. So here it's giving you a note saying that you are currently working on educational mode. You can work on the data of your company with some restrictions. For example, you will not be able to enter transactions for all the days in the month. This is fine, not a problem. I can't do the data entry, but for practicing purpose, this is much more sufficient. It will allow you to do the data entries for the first date of the month, second date of the month, and 31st. First, second, and 31st date you could do the transactions. That is much more sufficient for you to get trained on Tally. Okay. So now if I want to reactivate the license, I can just go back to licensing and click on reactivate, give the account ID and the password and just enter. So it's giving me, it is connecting to Tally licensing server and it gave me congratulations, your license is successfully reactivated. And at the bottom you also got all the license details, the license number, TSS expiry date, account ID, every details is available. Is this clear? So for all of you, for next 15 days for practicing, those who don't have Tally, don't worry, just go to Tally Solutions website, download, and as you learn Tally in this session, start practicing. Hope this is clear. Okay. Next, let us move on to one more configuration. Okay. So let's move on to one more configuration. Say example, I am just logging on to this company, Sharda Technologies Private Limited. Right? So here some of the basic configurations that you need to understand. So in Tally there are two places where you can do the configurations. One is called the features. That is, example, I have loaded this STPL, that is Sharda Technologies Private Limited. For this database, if I want to enable or disable functionalities, I need to go to F11. F11 features is for enabling or disabling the functionalities or features on which I need to use Tally. Okay, that is one where you could do features. The second is configuration. Configuration is how it should look at my screen. What are all the options I want to use? Different users can have different options for the same data. That is about the configuration. So let us just go to the configuration and look at the general configuration. So there are various configuration, general, numerics and symbols for your accounting vouchers and inventory information, accounting vouchers, inventory vouchers, banking configurations, printing configurations, mail configurations, data configurations. So today we'll just look at the general and data configuration. Okay. So in general, the configuration is which are all the country details that you want to use. So generally we use in India or SARC, or if you want to use it, say example, some of our clients are in France, some of our clients are in Canada, some of our clients are in Singapore, Dubai. So those clients will use international. Okay, all SARC countries will use India or SARC. Then how the dates naming has to appear. So in Tally you have both name and alias. So you could call the same master in different names. In the normal words we call it as either the codes or short names. Okay, so alias are nothing but the codes or short names that could be used. Okay, then how it has to appear, default the inventory information, how it has to appear, only name or name with description, name with alias, name with part number. Few of the stock items might have part numbers, all those things that you could configure. Then the date configuration, DDMMYY or MMDDYY, generally it is DDMMYY. Then the separators, dash is used for separators, for decimal point is used, for separators of thousands, commas are used, add sign before symbols, yes or no. These are all the configurations that you could configure based on your requirement. Okay, so it varies from organization to organization, user to user. Okay, one thing that you need to remember over here is there is something called use separate menu for account statements. Okay, final account statement. Say example, if I just enable this on my gateway of Tally, here I'm just getting trial balance and final accounts. Under final accounts, I have balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, fund flow, receipts and payments. Okay, if I disable this in general configurations, if I just go to make this as no. Okay, now I have balance sheet on my gateway of Tally. So if you don't want your balance sheet and P&L to appear on gateway of Tally, you could just make it as final accounts. That is available in your F12 configurations in your general. Right? So this is about the general configuration. The next is the data configuration. In this data configuration, you can decide where the database should get stored. So I'm just example storing on D:webinar on 30th April. So you could decide it can be D:/tally ERP9/data. Wherever you want, you could store on your computer. But our recommendations is we recommend you to store data either on D: or on E:. Avoid using C:. Avoid using data storage on C:. The reason is, if something goes wrong, the first thing our IT team will do is reinstall the OS, reinstall the softwares, okay, or format C:. Okay, when they do that, there are high chances of losing the data because we might have not taken the backups. So we might end up losing the data. So preferably, please put it on D or E or some other specific folder. Then export location. Always use a separate folder for exported files to get stored. So in Tally, you could export any reports that's available, any vouchers that's available. Where it has to default get stored. Don't put it on your Tally folder because your Tally folder will get cluttered. Use a separate folder. Say example, I'm using export files as a separate folder. Then load company on default. Okay, if you want to default load company as you open Tally, you could just say yes, I want to default load company. Example, I want to load Saraswati Traders. Then where the location of the language file, Tally can be used in multiple languages. If your computer supports multiple language, you could use Tally on multiple languages. That we will show you over a period of different sessions how you could do that. Then the configuration setting files, just leave this on wherever you have installed Tally. Okay, so it will ask for restart. If you want to restart, you could restart. Okay, this is about your data configuration. So is that clear? The general configuration and data configuration. Any questions? If there is any questions, can you put it on your chat? Or we could move to the next topic. Today's last topic is backup and restore. Data backup and restore. Okay. So we will just move and understand how you could take the data backup on Tally. Okay, there are different ways of taking Tally data backup, but data backups are very, very important. Okay, we always recommend users to take Tally backup on a daily basis before they close their computer. And take the backup on an external drive, preferably on an external drive. External drive might be your pen drive, your external hard disk, or if you have Google Drive, you could link it to your Google Drive. If you have OneDrive, you could link it to your OneDrive. The reason being, if something goes wrong and if your computer gets crashed, your data is very important for you. Okay, because if you have data, you could always reinstall Tally. Don't worry, we are all there for you. We can help you in reinstalling and you could get the data back. You could get the Tally back. But we will not be having your data. You are owning your data. It's your responsibility that you have to take backups on a daily basis. Okay, I always tell people backup is like an insurance. The value of the insurance you will come to know only when something goes wrong. Till nothing goes wrong, you don't find the value of the insurance. You will always be thinking that we are just paying premium without any returns. Correct? Say example, I am paying insurance for my bike for last 25 years. But till date, I have not claimed any insurance from the insurance company. With God's grace, nothing has happened to me. I have not claimed any insurance from this thing. Okay. But if something goes wrong, you need to have insurance. Even in Tally, backup is just like an insurance. If something goes wrong, you have your data backup with you. Okay. So now let us just look at how to take backup. So once when you log on to Tally, okay, so once when you log on to Tally, the first thing that you will get on the screen is select company, create company, backup and restore. So this is where you could take the backup. Click on backup. Okay, so the source is where your database is lying. The destination, so where you want to take backup. Say example, I am just saying d:/webinar / 30/03/2020. Okay, /backup. Okay, so example, I'll just show you my screen. Just be on the line. Okay, I'll just go to that folder. If you just look at this, the screen, this is the folder that you are looking at. Let me just share this. Okay, so you are able to look my folder. This is the folder in which I am trying to take the backup. Okay, so it is d:/webinar 2020. Okay, so if I come back to Tally, now I want to take the backup. So in Tally, I'm just giving backup as the folder, same folder, and I'm also giving as backup which data I want to take backup. You could specify individual data or you could specify all companies. Say example, I want to take STPL. Okay, and click on end of list, or if you want multiple companies, you could select multiple companies also. I want to take these two backups. Okay, it is just a fraction of a second. The data backup is taken. Again, you could come to this folder to check whether the data backup is taken or not. Okay, now in this folder, what you are seeing is there is one new folder that has got created as backup. And inside this backup, two files have been created. Okay, this is very, very important. Every day, please take the backup so that you don't lose the data at any point of time. Okay, so let's go back to Tally. Right? So this is one way of taking backup. The second way of taking backup is just simply go to your data folder. Say example, I am just going to my data folder. You are able to see my screen. Okay, so I am storing data here. Say example, it is here 10,000, 10,001, 10,002. These are all the database. So I have created three companies: Saraswati Traders, Sharda Technologies Private Limited, and one more is on encrypted mode. So if I want to take the backup, this I could also do from Windows. Just copy. Okay, go to your pen drive, E:, F:, wherever you want to paste. Okay, you could just create one more folder and paste. Say example, you have pen drive. Okay, in pen drive, just give today's date and save. Simple. Right? So these are all different ways of taking backups. Okay. So now let's just move on to our presentation. Yeah. So I think we have covered most of the topics. Okay, so let us just recap what are all the things that we started with. Understanding basics of Tally, company creation, what are all the things we did here, what are all the important things that you need to take care during company creation. So what are all the mandatory fields? Can you type what are all the mandatory fields for creating company? financial year begins from, then books begin from, or mandatory. All other fields are optional. If you don't have the details, you could always update whenever you have the details. Okay, and of course the country. Country is also one more thing that is required. Okay. So these are all the mandatory things. All others are optional if you have the details, but if you have the details, please fill that, because in all your reporting, say like example, when you are taking a financial statement, if you are taking an invoice to be printed in Tally, if you have not even the address or telephone number or email ID, those things will not get printed on your invoice. So mandatorily use all those things. Okay, but for Tally purpose, only some 4 or 5 fields are mandatory. Is it clear? Okay. Next, software licensing. So we learnt about how to do the activation, how to reactivate, how to surrender the license, all those things that we discussed. Okay, we discussed on backup and restore. We discussed on configuration, general configuration, data configuration, F11 configuration, Tally with inventory, Tally accounts only. These are all the some of the things that we discussed. Right? So are there any questions? If there are any questions, can you please type on your chat? If there are any questions, can you please type on your chat so that we will understand? Okay, or if you want to speak, we could unmute you so that you could speak. Everyone can hear to you. Okay, Nisha Mehta is asking, can we use Tally multi-user without LAN network? We see Tally multi-user is designed to run. By default, it is designed to work on LAN. Okay. Tally now also has remote login features, where if you have a Tally multi-user license, using remote login facility, you could log into that data, where you could make your Tally, wherever you have your data, make that as Tally server and you could log in. Yes, it is possible. Okay, but it is not designed to do heavy data entry. Say example, if you are saying every day I have 100 transactions, 100 vouchers to be entered, then it is not designed for that. Okay, then we need to relook at how we implement Tally. But by design, you need to understand this Tally multi-user is designed to work on a LAN. Hope I have answered Nisha. Backup and restore on a pen drive. Kindly show one more time. Okay. So, who is that? I didn't get your name, sir. Sorry. It just says Galaxy 6. I don't know who is there. Okay. So, one participant is asking to show the backup and restore once more. So, they want to take backup on their pen drive. So, there is one more question. How to work backup data to restore? Vijay Kumar, I'm not able to understand your question. Okay, so Srinivas is asking to show how to do the backup and restore. Okay, Prema Raghav. Okay, yeah, from Elite. Okay, so I'm just taking back you to Tally once again. Okay, let's just go back to Tally and see how to do the backup and restore once more. Okay, so once when you open Tally, when you go to Tally, okay, so here you have a backup option. So from Tally software, if you want to take backup, there are multiple ways to take backup. First thing is, okay, please take backup on an external drive. Either it might be on your pen drive, it can be on your external hard disk, It can be on your Google Drive, it can be on your OneDrive, you could take a backup and put it onto your email so that it is available externally also. So how to take backup? On Tally, so simple ways on Tally, just click on backup. It will list out all the companies that you have from your data. Then where you want to take backup, this is the destination. Say example, you want to take backup on your pen drive, and pen drive is on F colon. So the simple thing what you could do is, I'll just share that screen for me to show you how simple way that you could copy and paste. Okay, say example, assume that my E colon is my pen drive. Okay, and I want to take backup on a specific folder. Say like example, this folder I want to take the backup. Okay, so simple way what you could do is go to this and copy this path. Click on copy this path. Okay, so once when you click on this path, copy this path, come back to Tally. Okay, you have come back to Tally. In the destination path, you could paste this. So to paste in Tally, you should use key Control Alt V. Control Alt C is for copy in Tally. Control Alt V is for paste in Tally. So if this is your pen drive, okay, and just go through the Windows, copy that path. Control C is for copy from Windows. On Tally, if you want to paste, Control Alt V, paste. Then it will list out your company details. Okay, if you want all companies, select all companies. If you want only one company, select only one company as you need, and save. Okay, now if you look at the folder in which you wanted to take backup, see here you have got two more files. This is your backup files. This is one way of backing up Tally from Tally application. Okay, but if you want to take backup from Windows directly, that is also possible. Okay, what you do is go to the folder where you have data. Say example, I have data in this specific folder 1, 2 and 3. It is very simple. You have Windows, just say Control C, copy, go to the folder where you want this. Say example, I am just creating one more folder on my pen drive. Okay, new folder, new 1, 2, 3. I'm just giving some name, and I want to paste this. Control V is for paste. So you are taken backup on your pen drive. Okay, so it is as simple as this. Either you could back up from your application, Tally application, or through Windows. But please ensure backups are taken on a daily basis. Hope I have answered your question. Okay, there are some more questions. Let me just look at some more questions. Can Tally be installed on Mac? Mr. Raviraj is asking, can Tally be installed on Mac? Yes, Tally can be installed on Mac if you have Windows Parallels installed. Tally doesn't work on Mac OS. If you want to install Tally on Mac computer, first you need to install Windows Parallel, and Tally has to be installed on Windows Parallels. Hope I have installed, I have cleared Mr. Ravi. Okay. So any other questions on today's topic? What are all the things that we discussed? Okay, so what I would suggest is, all of you, before coming to the second session in the afternoon, so in the afternoon we will have a second session. Before coming to that session, those who don't have Tally in your computer, please install. Okay, if you want to install Tally from website, and if you need any assistance, Okay, I will share all the numbers on your screen right now. Okay, you could note down these numbers. Anytime you want during this period, you could call these numbers to get help. Okay, so the first number is Manish. His mobile number, Manish, can you just type your mobile number on chat if you are there? Okay, so Manish number is available. Okay, you could call Manish anytime to get help if you need any help. This is Manish number. Second is Manjunath. Manju, can you just type your number on chat please? Okay, Manjunath can be contacted on this number. Please note down. Okay, where is Manjunath? Okay, Manjunath has given his 2 mobile numbers. You could call on any one of these numbers. Okay, or you could call me. Okay, if I'm not speaking to anyone, I will be able to answer. Okay, or you could also note down our office numbers. Okay, probably we might not be here since we are all working from home. Anyhow, you could note down these numbers. If you need any help for installing Tally on your system, you could always call these numbers. Is that clear? Okay. So today's second session, okay, at 4 o'clock it will be on accounting masters and accounting vouchers. Okay, so those who want to see this topics, today at 4 o'clock the session is on accounting masters and accounting vouchers. So by this time I request everyone to install Tally on your computer and create one company so that you could parallelly practice. Okay, please use this time such that you all learn Tally within next 14-15 days. Okay, so one more request I have. All of you, if you could please send an email to, I'm just giving to our email address. It is mahesh@mbmhsi.com. Okay, or you could also send an email to client.services@mbmhsi.com. So to this 2 email address, I have just specified email address. Okay, there are 2 email address that I have specified. On your screen you are able to look at these 2 email address. One is mahesh@mbmhsi.com. The second is client.services@mbmhsi.com. Please send one email, okay, giving your details and what are all the details that we need. Okay, I'm just typing what are all the details that we would want from you. Okay, please note down your name, okay, your email address, your mobile number, okay, your organization name, and if you are on LinkedIn, please share your profile link. The reason is very simple. If you are on Facebook, share your Facebook link. Okay, the simple reason we are doing whatever the trainings that we are doing, okay, we will be publishing this on LinkedIn and Facebook. And also what I would request is, if you can do a 1 minute or 2 minutes video from your mobile talking about what was your experience on this training today, okay, and share it to our mobile. I'll just give my mobile number. It is 9902016176. Okay, please make 1 minute video on your experience on online training. Okay, so I'll just put it on to a different this thing. Okay, okay, if you could just share, if you can make one video and share on this mobile number. Okay, we will put this on LinkedIn and we will also put it on Facebook and link it with you. Okay, so that more and more people will be able to know about this, and they will also be able to take advantage by attending this session. So how many of you are going to do the 1 minute video? Can you please type on chat, yes, we are going to do, and share this video? Okay, so people are not able to see the screen. Sorry, yeah. So the first thing is, please send one detail. Okay, please send one email to us giving your name, your email address, mobile number, organization name. If you are on LinkedIn, please share your LinkedIn profile. If you are on Facebook, please share your Facebook profile. Okay, this will help us in ensuring that we are connected with you during next 14-15 days for each of these sessions. The second is, if all of you can make 1 minute video on the experience today that you had on online training, please make 1 minute video from your mobile. Okay, please talk about how was this training, was it helpful to you? Okay, would you recommend others to attend this training? Okay, and please share that video on my number. It is 9902016176. Okay, the best video will get a surprise gift from our organization, okay, which we will announce in the second session. Okay, so I recommend everyone to make this video and share it with us. Share it on this number, 9902016176. Okay, so the best video, shared video will be shared with on Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, and the best video will get one gift hamper from us. Okay, so thank you everyone. Again, we will connect at 4 o'clock. Okay, thank you.